Howdy folks, Bodine52. Today I'm in the garage going to finish up my Stage 1 kit on my 2018 Ultralimited. So far I have Vance Hines slip-on Eliminator 400s. And for intake I have the Screamin Eagle air filter. Today, to finish that up, I am going to install the Vance Hines FP3 Fuel Pack. Stay tuned, I'll show you the install and setup. Alrighty folks, so we have the left rear bag off the motorcycle. Let's start with the Fuel Pack by Vance Hines. I actually got this from JP Cycles. I think it took 3 or 4 days to get to me. This is the 6-pin model. It is $3.99, and that price is pretty consistent no matter where you order it from. Alright, bag is off. Next thing we need to do is we need to get into the electronics. So on my motorcycle, that is removing this panel. Put in here with 3 connectors, grommets I believe they are. And we can just pull that out. Set that to the side. And now really exposes the area that we're going to need to go ahead and put the Vance Hines pack in. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at this. The box actually comes with the fuel pack itself, which is right here. We'll set that. And it does come with an installation guide, but who needs that? That's why you came to this video, right? So this is the Vance Hines Fuel Pack FP3, it's really called. And as you can see, this is a 6-piece connector. Now, a couple words of caution. Once you put this in, it is married to your VIN. So you will not be able to use it on another motorcycle as part of a stage kit. Okay? So what we are now looking for on the motorcycle is we are looking for what they call a DCL, which is a data link connector. And on my bike, it is this right here. And as you can see there, mine just slides out, I believe. Has a black cap on it. Just take that cap off. Verify that it's the 6-pin as well. And you really just marry this FP3 into it. You'll hear a click. And now you've connected your Fuel Pack 3. So now we need to talk about next steps. We need to make sure that we marry this thing to the bike. So the first thing you need to do is go ahead and turn the bike into the on position with it in run. Do not start the motorcycle. So let's do that. All right, we are seeing the Fuel Pack FP3 coming to life. Alrighty folks, we have the FP3 connected to the bike, and the next thing we need to do is go ahead and program the FP3. We're going to use our smartphone for that. It does take both Androids and iOS. This is an iPhone for me. You can do this on your tablet if you want. I just wanted to do it on the phone because I am going to leave the FP3 on the bike. There's some advantages of that, which I'll go over in another video, but it can come off. But I wanted to make sure that I walk through this with you on the iPhone device, which is mostly what people are carrying on their bikes. So first thing you need to go is to the Vance Hines app and download the Fuel Pack 3. As soon as you do that and get connected, it is going to make sure it's doing a firmware check, and you'll have to go ahead and make sure that your firmware is updated, which you want to do. I went ahead in advance in the spirit of time for this video and updated the firmware, so I am good to go. So let's go ahead and walk through the app itself. First thing that we kind of talked about is you got to make sure that the bike is in the run position and the ignition is on. So this is what you are going to get when you pull up the app. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to go searching for a map. So we're going to try to find the closest canned map to how we are set up on our motorcycle. So you can see it talks, the first thing it talks about is exhaust manufacturer. Mine happens to be Vance and Hines, right? And it gives you all the different type of exhaust that they have. Mine happens to be Eliminator 400 slip-on, so we're going to pick that. It also says is it quiet baffle or standard baffle. I'm going to hit the standard baffle. It is a stock twin-cooled 107, and you can see here's kind of the results down here, which is it will now come up and actually show you, okay, here's kind of our summary. It's a Touring 2018, got Vance and Hines, got 400 slip-ons on stuff, a standard baffle. It's a 107, and you have a high flow air flow on that, which we've already talked about what intake I have on this bike. So now that I have all had and done that and set that up, we're going to hit program the bike with this map. Again, making change to your motorcycle's ECU may affect the engine performance. So here's your warning sign, right? So we'll go ahead and click continue on this. And now what's happening is it is transferring my map and flashing it over to the motorcycle. Again, remember, once it's flashed over, it's married to this bike. So it is going through and transferring that information now. I believe it's going to ask me to turn the motorcycle on and off at certain points. So let's go ahead and just follow that so you can see if you do this what you're going to walk through. It's actually really pretty simple. So it's linking the fuel pack now to my bike forever. Again, I am going to find a place to make sure the fuel pack is mounted. You can hear the motorcycle is starting to get the link in now. A lot of stuff is happening, so don't be worried about that. And you know, one of the things while this is going ahead and linking up that I will tell you is it is linking a standard map, if you will. And that map should be really really close in a narrow band. By the way, now you can see it's sending the stock to the server. You're always going to have your initial map that the motorcycle came with in case you ever want to move it back to that. That will be on here, so don't worry about that. Once this is actually done, they have a feature. Let's go ahead and check in for available slots because there's multiple slots that you can put a map into. Once this is set up, and since it is a standard CAN map, the bike should run really well. But there's also an auto-tune feature that I will show you under a different video where you can ride the bike multiple times. They say usually go through a tank or two of gas, different RPMs, different throttle positions. Please turn bike off for 30 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So when you're doing the auto tune, you're going to ride it in a bunch of different positions, RPMs, throttle, and the bike is actually going to learn it more and auto tune it, if you will. So you're going to be able to get it even tighter. Okay, it's going ahead and going through the 30 seconds. There's actually a little timer. I'm not sure that you can see that up there. So it's waiting for 30 seconds. All right, turn bike on. Bluetooth's going to reconnect. By the way, I learned real quickly, I tried to do this from the bench in my garage, but much easier to do closer to the motorcycle. So we are waiting for the Bluetooth connection, and bam, it is transferred. Just programmed your bike with your FP3. It's that easy. You can share this if you want. I think it's Facebook, Twitter, whatever. I'm not going to do that. You click done, and guess what? You were actually done. So if you want to look at sensor information, you can see RPMs, volts. It actually shows temperature. There's a couple different areas in here. It shows, MPH. It shows a ton of stuff in here that you got to be careful that you are doing this and make any adjustments that you really know what you're doing. My plan is to use the CAN map, see how the bike runs. I'll go ahead and do the auto tune on it over the next 2 or 3 weeks, if you will. Once I get the auto tune down, I'll go ahead and flash that over to the motorcycle. The only adjustment I see me making is you can adjust the throttle a little bit. I may do that at some point, but it is really that simple. So now let's get this fuel pack mounted in the bike and get the bike back together. Alrighty folks, so what I did here was, this is where we are plugged into. There's a couple different places on my bike I could have put the FP3, but I actually was able to slide it in right into here where it's going to be in there solid. So it will always be on the bike. Go ahead and put this cover back on. And what I'll do next is get the bag back on it, get the motorcycle out, and really see how it runs with the CAN map. Well, that is it, folks. I will tell you, it is that simple to put an FP3 Fuel Pack 3 by Vance Hines on your motorcycle. I'm excited that stage 1 is done. We have the exhaust on it, we have the intake on it, and now the bike is tuned. Alrighty, folks, it is that easy to put on the Vance Hines FP3 onto your bike. And now my 2018 Ultralimited Big Mama now has the stage 1 complete. Vance Hines slip-ons, the Screamin Eagle air ventilator for intake, and now the FP3 to tune the bike. Thanks for checking in on the channel. I will make sure to get it on the road quickly, let you know how it runs, and I'll do a first impression videos over the next week or so. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out some of my other videos. My wife and I do a lot of riding together. We do a lot of riding with friends, touring, bike evaluations, demo rides, and just checking out the great scenery of our land. Love to have you join the family and subscribe if you'd like. If not, that's okay. We appreciate you checking in, and I surely hope this helped. Let me know if you've done one of these in the comment section and how it's worked for you. Thanks everybody. Be safe on and off the motorcycle. This is Bodine 52 checking out.